What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today, the Gauntlet Series rolls on for the Sony WF-1000XM5s, and their opponent in this matchup will be the the Technics EAH-AZ80s. Now, this should be a very good head-to-head. I'm very interested to see how these two compare. I'm sure as you guys are as well. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, for those who want price, specs, and app breakdowns for each of these earbuds, I'll be links in the description for my unboxings for both of these devices. That way you can go ahead and check that out, and then come on back and join us for this head-to-head. All right, let's go ahead and pull each of these guys out. All right, we got the XM5s on the left, the AZ80s on the right. As you can see, they're both of the in-ear style, but you can tell that the XM5s are, they might be just a little bit smaller. They are a little bit narrower, like they're not as wide wide. I'm talking about if we look at it this way. They are shorter this way than they are the AZ80s, but I think their width is close to the same. Again, both of them have new designs. They're from their original or their predecessors, rather. That's the word I was looking for. They have a more streamlined design to them both. I love the way they both feel in the ear. Let's go ahead and focus real quick on the AZ80s. As you can see, I love still keeping with like that vinyl record shine there on the touch control with the Technique logo there. And of course, you got the noise canceling speaker. They got that contrasting gold with the black. I like that. That's kind of got that vinyl gloss. And of course, you got the matte all the way around. Very ergonomic, because it's rounded on the back end that sits into your ear well. I am sporting CP1025 ear tips from SpinFit on both of these. You could tell that's a hint for anybody who pays attention. Normally, if they're going to be heavy in my rotation, they get the SpinFits right off the top, with the exception of Bose, because SpinFit doesn't have a ear tip that's compatible with the QC2s. But that's just a side note. But again, very comfortable in the ear, and despite the thickness of it, it's just very wide. It's very discreet and very comfortable. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the XM5s. Again, another one that has got a new redesign from the XM4s. You can definitely tell the difference between the two. You got gloss all the way around the body of it. Now, of course, it's ergonomically shaped here that fits in your ear well. And of course, the touch surface is of a matte finish there. Of course, you got your noise canceling speaker on the top, Sony branding, or some bottom Sony branding over the top, still similar to the XM4s. And yep, there they go, 1025s. You know what it is. Obviously, these are in the rotation, but again, a very small, very light earbud, sort of discreet. When you get these, I know if you have the black ones, they're even more discreet than the tan, or they call them silver, but they look kind of tan to me. But they have a better, these are a little bit less discreet than the black ones, but they still look sweet in my opinion. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put these both back in, and then I'm gonna pull the phone out. We'll take a look at them in the ear. All right, let me get that out the way. As you can see here, we have the AZ80s in the ear, and as you can tell, they take up a lot of the ear well. Again, very discreet sounding. I do think they protrude just a little bit outside the ear, but still, people have to, in my opinion, I've said people had to walk up on me to see that I had these on, and I do not have big ears, but they do fit very comfortably in the ear. Of course, proper ear tip selection. Either you're going with SpinFit, or you're going with another third-party ear manufacturer, or even using the stock ones. You get the proper ear tip in there. You get a great seal. It helps with the noise canceling as well as sound. But again, very comfortable earbud for long-term use. All right, and here we are with the XM5s. Again, let me blow it up a little bit further so you can see. All right, as you can see, it does take up a lot of the ear well. Very comfortable in the ear. Again, proper ear tip makes all the difference. You know, the nice touch surface right out in front. Doesn't take a lot of muscle memory to remember where that is. That's why I like the way they have that done. Again, very clean. These ones stick out maybe a little bit further than the XM5s, maybe. But, or not the XM5s, but the AZ80s, sorry. Maybe, but still a very comfortable earbud to wear long term. Like I said, I've used both of these guys at work for hours and hours. I never had any issues with it. So very comfortable. So what we're going to do now is we'll continue with our comparison testing, and then we'll come back with the sound test. Stay strapped in.
This is a mic test with the Technics EAH-AZ80 earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Technics EAH-AZ80 earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Technics EAH-AZ80 earbuds in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Technics EAH-AZ80 earbuds in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Sony WF-1000XM5 earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Sony WF-1000XM5 earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Sony WF-1000XM5 earbuds in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Sony WF-1000XM5 earbuds in a crowded location.
All right, we're doing a sound test for the EAH-AZ80s. As you can see, I have them in the ear. And you can tell I'm going by construction site. A lot of ambient sound. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in. Right now I'm in ambient sound, so I can hear, ambient mode rather, so I can hear everything. But right now we're gonna go ahead and put these in noise canceling mode. I'm filming with my camera, my phone camera right now. So we're gonna do it with the touch controls. So let me go ahead and, all right, we're in noise canceling mode right now. Have everything set to max. I got some trees here. All right, circumventing some trees. And I can barely hear the construction. So these guys are doing a great job. I'm quite sure you guys can hear the construction going on, but I can barely hear it. Okay. These are really good. There's some really good noise canceling going on with these earbuds. They were good with the previous AZ60s. These are just improving on that. Nicely done. So this has been the ANC test for the EAH-AZ80s. Pretty good. All right, here we are. Noise canceling test for the Sony WF-1000XM5 earbuds. We're out and about. You can see I have them in the air. Right now I'm in transparency mode. Let me pull my phone out so I can prove it to you guys. Real quick, let's jump into the app. All right, as you see, we're out taking a walk. Nice day. All right, let's go into our sound. As you can see here, we are in transparency mode right now. So what we want to do is we got some traffic moving back and forth. We got some wind. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and tap here on the left earbud to turn on noise canceling. Here we go. Up. There we go. Yeah. Whisper quiet now. This is ridiculous. I got cars going back and forth. I got the wind. I can feel the wind on my skin, but I cannot hear it. Once again, still some of the best noise canceling, if not the best noise canceling out there, next to the Bose Quiet Comfort earbuds. All right. I can't say no more about this because Sony keeps it up. Again, no music is being played. This is strictly the noise canceling strength within the earbuds. And I definitely got to keep my head on a swivel when wearing these, just like their predecessors. So this has been the ANC test for the Sony WF-1000XM5s, sorry, XM5s, the nickel. Still one of the best. All right, we are back in for the sound test. First up, the AZ80s. We got them in the ears. We are in the app right now. Let's go ahead. We are in ambient sound, so I'm not yelling, but I want to show you guys that we are definitely in. Let's go into settings. We definitely have connection mode. We definitely have LDAC turned on. Let me get the close up so you guys can see. LDAC is turned on for these earbuds, so we are rocking out with that. And we're gonna go one step further. We're gonna go into settings here on the phone and make sure LDAC is activated here. Let's go down to developer mode here. Bang. We're gonna search for LDAC. Yep. Take us down. Right now, it's like, hey, we're gonna turn LDAC on. LDAC is officially turned on. So we got LDAC on the phone. We got LDAC turned on for the earbuds. All right, so let's go back in. Ambient mode, we're gonna turn on noise canceling. All right, definitely can tell the difference here. Noise canceling is officially turned on. We'll go in. This is the EQ settings that we're working with that I found I get the best sound out of them, out of the earbuds. You want to pause it here and you want to go ahead and take a try at that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Feel free. All right, so now here we go. We're gonna split this off. We're gonna do split screen. We're gonna drop title in. We already got old money queued up. We are at our optimal listening level. This is what everybody we've been all waiting for. We want to see them do how they do against these big fish. Let's rock out. All right, nice start off. Clean, clear vocals. The piano, nice echoing on it, so it sounds really good there, nice and clear. And I'm listening. I got the echoing from the lead singer. Sounds really good. All right, very clear. All right, now here we go. We're about to enter with the background instruments. Nice. Very nicely, soundstage opened up. That sub bass from the cello is there, but it's kind of not as long lasting as I thought. But it does sound really good. I like the fact that the soundstage opened up there. And here comes the chorus. All right, nice sound, very nice. Very clean. Got a nice wide open sound stage. It sounds like I got like a 3D effect going on with the background and the lead singers. I got them out of both ears, so I could just turn. It feel like they're in front of me instead of, that sounds real good. Like when I say in front of me, I mean somebody on this end, the chorus on this side, and they're both hitting me with great vocals from both ends. Sounds really good. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and move on to our bass song. We're gonna go ahead to Gosh. Actually, you know what? We're gonna try this one here. You and That by T-Pain, or excuse me, by E40 and with T-Pain and Candy Girl on there. This one just thumps for some reason. I love Gosh. That's my go-to, but man, this one pumps. And with this head-to-head, we want that. So let's go ahead and get started on that. All right, right off the bat, got that nice thump with it. Sounding good. Again, sub bass is not sticking around. You got that rumble, but then it doesn't. I don't get that reverberating. But it sounds really good. Vocals are clean and clear. But still, just a really good sound. All right, T-Pain sounding nice and clear on the vocals. And then with that and the combination of the bass, they're just hitting. Sounds so good. All right, now we got E40 coming in. Here we go. Now they still sound nice and clean. The vocals are clear. Very nice. Very clean. I like that bass. I just wish the sub bass rumbled a little bit more than it did. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into our final song. All right. Let's get it. All right. Again, that keyboard sub bass is there, but not as much as I thought at the beginning. But you got good bass from the kick drums. And here we go with the lead saxophone. That's a crisp sound. Yes. Love it. It's a very crisp sound. Now I'm listening to the background instruments as well. I'm getting a good little bit of bass hit from the drum set, the kick drum rather. I'm really enjoying this. All right. Now here we go. We're gonna move in. And now we got the high note coming here. Nice and crisp. I like it. Now here comes with the rest of the band. Now we got the wide open sound stage. Everybody's in. Oh, it's got depth. So much depth. It's soulful too. I love it. It's something you sip some scotch to, man. This is really clean. I like it. All right, that was a really good showing there by the Technics, the AZ80s. I just love that song, and when you start getting into some of the top tier earbuds, you could definitely tell the difference in how they sound. All right, so what we're gonna do is we'll go ahead and get these swapped out. We're gonna have the XM5s up for their turn. Stay strapped in. All right, we're back in. Now we have the XM5s in the air. Right now, let's go ahead and, as you can see, first, we got it set to LDAC. We got that turned on. All right, so now what we want to do is we'll go ahead and we're going to make sure that the phone still has LDAC turned on. As you can see there, LDAC is still official. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into sound. We have ambient turned on right now, so we're going to go ahead and change that. All right, now we have noise canceling turned on. All right, now, so let's go ahead and jump into, wait, let's back up. We still in sound. Let's close that up. All right, and here, we're going to go into an EQ setting. All right, here it is. This is what we're rocking with. We're going to go ahead and put that in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we got old money already paired up. So let's go back. Let's get this split screened up like we're supposed to. All right, so now we got that all set up for you. Make sure we at our optimal listening level. All right, we're there. And let's go ahead and get started. Let me back up. All right. Already out the bat, nice clear vocals. Got a little bit more of a bass presence in already, but the keyboard sounds a little bit deep. Still clear, but just seems like it has a little bit more depth to it. Sounds really good. All right. Now here we go with the instruments. Now that's that cello. That cello got a little bit more power on these ones than it did on the AZ80s. That sub bass from the cello, you hear it a lot more. Again, it opened up, the soundstage opened up with the background instruments. Nice balance. Sounds really good. All right. Now here we are, we're gonna move into with the chorus. All right, there we go. Nice wide open space sound stage. I got, again, just like the AZ80s, I'm getting it from both sides, but it seems like I got a little bit more depth in it. It sounds really good. All right. I like that. That it gives you that concert feel. All right, very nicely done. All right, so what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and move over to You and That for our bass song. All right, here we go. Let's get it. Oh, that bass already up the top, and that sub bass rumble. That's what I'm talking about. I need that. That's why it dissipate. It doesn't dissipate. It sounds great. Ooh. Yeah, that thump and that sub bass. Ooh. All right, now the vocals, very clean. I like how clean and clear they are. It sounds really good. I'm sorry about the dead air there. I was just enjoying it. T-Pain sounds really clean here. We're gonna let this play on a little bit until E40 gets in. We're gonna see how he sound. But man, this is what I'm talking about. All right, here comes E40 in. Let's see what he got. Sorry about that. Phone call came in from the wife. You know how that goes. Let's go ahead and drop in. Let's see what E40 got. Let's continue. All right, again, sounding very nice, very clean and clear. Sounds really good. That bass though, oh, the bass is hitting so hard. All right, so nice, clean, clear vocals. Bass is hitting, that sub bass was rumbling. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our, let's go ahead and move into Going Home. All right, here we go. Again, very clean, nice sound. I got that nice sub bass with the keyboard and the drums. Here comes the saxophone. Very clean, very clear. Sounds very nice. It sounds so good. All right, again, nice wide sound stage. That high note is nice and clean, clear. Now we got the rest of the background instruments, the band, all joining in. I'm just loving it. And you get, it just sounds so good. Again, like I said, when you get up here to these higher tier earbuds, songs like this, they get a lot out of them and they sound so good. All right. Again, nice, clean, clear, crisp lead saxophone. I did get that bass from the keyboard, synthesizer or keyboard, whichever one he was using at the time of making this. It got that little bit of bass, sub bass from at the beginning. Then the drums kicked in. You can definitely hear that hit from them. Balanced all the way across when the rest of the band came in. It just sounds so good. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get this all cleaned up, and I'm going to come back with my final thoughts on this head-to-head. Stay strapped in. All right, we're back in with my final thoughts. Let's get a little closer look at these guys. Let's get closer in. There we go. All right, so my final thoughts on this Gauntlet Series edition for the XM5s and their opponent, the Technics EAH-AZ80s, and I have to admit, this was a really good head-to-head. I mean, definitely two of some of the higher tier earbuds, no questions asked. Let's go ahead and talk about the AZ80s first. We got, with the EQ settings that I came up with, I did some readjusting to them, and I'm getting great bass out of them, but the sub bass is not punching like I would hope. Even with the new settings that I picked up, that I've selected, or finalized and decided I'm gonna go with those. The sub bass was not as strong as I like. It was there, but not as strong as I would hoped it would be. But other than that, it got crystal clear vocals, clean background instruments, nice balance. And then for like the first song, nice piano. The piano was nice and clean, clear on that one. The lead singer sound nice and clean. The background instruments, they sound good. They had a nice balance between them. I think some of the string instruments could have been a little bit more crisper when it came to their sound, but they did sound good. So I'm not going to knock them there. Then going on to E40 song, like I said, that bass hits, but that sub bass didn't rumble quite well, as I would hoped. But other than that, of course, clean vocals from E40, from T-Pain. It sound really, really good. And then when you get into Kenny G song, again, that sub bass limitation hits again at the beginning, but then everything else seems to clean up the rest. So it was really nicely sounding, nice balance. Soundstage opened up lovely. When the band, all the rest of the band came in, the lead saxophone was nice and crisp all the way through. Very nice sounding earbud. All right, now let's go ahead and talk about the XM5s. All right, right out the beginning, nice. More with the first song, nice depth with the first song when you got the piano and everything like that. Wasn't as crisp or as clear as the AZ80s, but it had depth, it had body to it. Which, in my opinion, it just gave it a little bit more than just being clear, crisp. It had that. But again, still clear vocals. The sound, again, with the string instruments. I don't know why I keep on calling them wind instruments. The string instruments in the background, if I was just calmed down, they sound really good. Got nice separation there. It was just nicely done. All right, and then of course you got the second song, that E40, that bass and the sub bass rumble was perfect. It was fantastic. You got that hit, that sub bass rumble. It didn't dissipate too fast, and then boom, went right back into the second bass hit, and it kept on rotating like that. It sounded really good. Then of course the vocals was clean and clear. I always appreciate that. And then moving on to the Kenny G song, again, not as clear sounding as the AZ80s, but it gave it body. Like the keyboard at the beginning, you got that sub bass rumble, you got the bass from the kick drum, you got nice balance of the background instruments. Soundstage opened up when it was supposed to, when the other instruments came into play. The lead saxophone was nice and clean and crisp, but that bass just gave it a little bit more depth to me. I really like that sound. Especially I was using that Find My Equalizer setting as well. LDAC was running on both of these guys, so you definitely got the best of it, and it sound really good. So what I'm gonna do is all right, now with that being said, sound wise, which one would I go with? All right, that is the question. A lot of people wanted me to do this head to head. It was already in the works, so I couldn't really comment back. So guys, here we go. Now, which one would I go with? On sound alone, again, we got one of those issues where one lacks, where the other one excels. When I say lacks, where it excels, where the AZ80s was lacking in the sub bass portion. This is where the Sonys excelled. Where the Sonys lacked in clarity when it comes to sound, that's where the AZ80s excelled. But overall, it was a really great head-to-head, and man, I just can't wait to move up All right, so what I'm gonna do, what I think, which one would I go with on this one? I'm sitting here looking at them. You know what? I'm gonna have to do a couple songs. Stay with me. All right, I'm back in. Went and did a couple more songs from other genres, and whew, I'm gonna have to, it's gonna be close, but I'm gonna go with the XM5s, mainly only because of the bass. That would be the main differentiator between these guys. Otherwise, I would call this a draw as far as head-to-head, but because of the bass, I will go with the XM5s on this one. All right, again, both of them are great sounding earbuds. I had to go into overtime, so to speak, get a couple more songs in on a head-to-head level, but we have a draw. Well, not a draw, I'm sorry, but the XM5s will come out on top on this one, mainly because of the bass, in my opinion. Now, if you guys have, I want to hear what you guys think. Put it in the comments section. Please let me know what you think it is. But this was a great head-to-head. It only can get better from here, to be honest with you. I mean, the other two were really good head-to-heads, but I got other ones coming up for this one, for the XM5s, and if this is how it's going to be, we're in for a treat. All right, again, this has been the episode 3 of the Gauntlet Series for the Sony XM5s, WF-1000XM5s, and their opponent, the Technics EAH-AZ80s. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to join me on this journey as I continue this Gauntlet Series and other videos, unboxings, head-to-heads, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and then hit the notification bell. That way you're notified when videos like this and other ones drop. And I'll see you on the next one. Man, that was close. Peace.